So I made this in less than 24 hours. How? I'ma show you. Hi, my name's Bucket and I make cool shit.
Bucket boy.
I wanted to start making small animations to give a little breakdown of how I do things, train my creative direction and animation skills based off suggestions from you guys. This week, here are the suggestions. I'm gonna be so real, I hated all of them. I hated them all, but I picked one that did pique my interest a little bit. Darth Vader versus Sora. That's a mad matchup, and the madness is that actually might happen. Kingdom Hearts 4, where you at, bruv? Where you at? We're still waiting for an announcement. There's so many questions. My one is, where is Sora's big ass shoes? Anyway, let's begin. First step was to get all of the characters. I am not making that in 24 hours. That's crazy. So I went onto model resources to type up Kingdom Hearts to get Sora. There was a couple variations. I wanted Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora, of course. You cannot question the drip. Sora was pretty easy to get, but Darth Vader, yeah, I was getting PS2 models. So big up Sketchfab and big up this guy for his model. I downloaded that, rigged up both Sora and Darth Vader, and then boom, we're ready to animate. Next step was to draw up a little draft that I could follow for the animation. I like to do my own animatics now. I used to just go straight ahead and figure it out as I go, but who would have known organization and planning would upgrade your work? Like, who would have thought of it? So we're gonna start with a close-up of Darth Vader's lightsaber doing the 21 way into a full Aura Farm pose of him just standing looking at Sora like, what?
Think you can't defeat me?
Then he uses his force, brings up his hand and then throws some rocks towards Sora. But little does Darth Vader know, yeah, Sora's a bad man. You know what I'm saying? He just runs up to the asteroid? He runs up to the rock and just, yeah, that's my guy. Leading up to Sora, charging up a swing from a distance to dash right towards Vader, clashing Keyblade to Saber. So yeah, from this point, we start blocking out the animation. I started off with Darth Vader first. I focus on getting the key poses down first before thinking about the timing. I have the rough timing within the animatic I made, but obviously once you get into the animation process with your models, things can change on the fly. So I like to get my keys down first. I even filmed some reference, which weren't really necessary, but hey, more reference the better, and I like Star Wars. I want, for when I animate, I'll be a Jedi. The key thing that I do now is pose my stuff in constant interpolation, which is basically mimicking the 2D method of animation where you have to draw each frame and not rely on the computer to figure out the in-betweens, which you can do later down the line once you have all of your keys set up, but it's better for you to just have it in its raw format and manually see how things are stitching together. What is the transition? What are the poses you need to put in for it to flow the way that it needs to flow? Same thing for Sora. Establish the posing and the positioning for me later to clean up in the cleanup process. As long as it looks good in camera view, you're good, you're set to go. Okay, we have everything laid out as a foundation. We're good to go with the cleanup and the final compositions, but I wanted to take a break. I took a little break, so I went out with my cat, had a little walk, you know what I mean? What? Then we get back and we do the cleanup. So going back to the thing that I said about the constant interpolation, I now put my animations into Bezier and linear, depending on the transitions from pose to pose, just to see if there's anything that the computer comes up with that I liked. Yeah, I key that, tweak it a little bit, and then change it back to constant so that I could still have that choppy 2D animation feel, you know?
Kind of like the Spider-Man.
Dare say Spider-Verse. Not much cleanup was needed. I did a pretty good job. So we move on to compositing and effects. For the one rock that Sora smashes, I use the cell fracture, and with that, it cuts the rock into itty tiny pieces, right? Then animate the small pieces as if it's the debris exploding from the collision of the Keyblade, which is quite simple. You just isolate all of the rocks that you want to move, click this button right here, and then boom, when you move one, you move them all, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I did that. Added some small hits, grease pencil, got an HDRI from HDRI Haven, got a moon texture from Google and put it on the ground. Yeah, they're fighting on the moon. Why? With the shaders, of course, I use the bucket shader, which is available on Gumroad if you want to check it out. Haha. And yeah, just a slight bit of compositing with my signature outlines, and then boom, we have our short.
You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
Take this!
We have it. It's here. Look at it. In all its splendor and wonder. I did some stuff in Davinchi as well, but it's like, I don't really need to talk about that one that much. But yeah, my final thoughts on this one, I think I'm going to go harder on the next one. I liked how this one turned out, but I kind of played it safe, underestimating what I could actually do in 24 hours. Technically it took 8. So, I don't know. I might have to go crazy on the next one. But all in all, was pretty fun to see these two characters matching up, facing each other, you know what I mean? And that's bringing me to my next thing. I want to do these weekly. So if you like this concept and a little breakdown, let me know in the comments. Let me know who you want to see matched up in the next one as well. I want to see Ninja Turtles. I want to do a Ninja Turtles one. Not all 4, because I'm not a madman. Yes, you are. Yeah, let me know who you're trying to see squabble up next. Thank you for watching. Oh, and lastly, with this piece right here, who do you think would actually win in a 1v1? Darth Vader or Sora? Let me know down below and I'll see you in the next one. In a bit.